Imagine the scene. A frosty night, the air bitingly cool. The stars are flickering and blinking. And then the moon rises. Hey there Space Cats, it's Jules here with a process video this week on a moonlit night. If you've come across my channel before, you'll know that I produce videos on publishing and illustrating, both essentially to do with the production of picture books. If you haven't come across my channel before, you won't know that. It could be about anything. Amusing cat videos, swimming in snow, making alcohol out of potatoes, learning how to tickle a trout. Enough of that. What you're going to be asking is, what are we going to be doing, Jules? What do I need? So here is what you'll need. Watercolour paper, watercolour paints and brushes, pencil, eraser, some colouring pencils, some kitchen paper, some good music to put on in the background, and a bit of time and patience. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we will begin. I've very faintly drawn in pencil, this is a 3B pencil I used, onto my watercolour paper. So my first job is to draw the bears. There they are, mummy and baby bear. So I've got some different fine liners here. I've got 3 Staedtlers and 1 Pigma Micron in 0.005, so that's like half a width. I've got 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 in the Staedtler pigment liners, and I'm going to use 3 first, 0.3. And the polar bears are very furry, so I'm just trying to get that feeling by not joining a lot of the lines up, so there's a sort of textured feel to a lot of these lines. Thinking about the direction that the fur might be going in. Like here, when you look at a cat or a dog, their legs, where they join the body, the fur sort of seems to go at a oblique angle. Something like that. And then I think I'll take my 0.2 and then the thinnest one, this is Micron, which is a super duper thin. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Super duper thin. I'm just going to do a few little extra bits of fluff. And then I think I use the 0.1 for doing the baby. There's baby's ears. It's actually probably slightly too thin, so I'm going to go up 1. You don't get to see very much of the baby because she's kind of cuddled in mum's arms. And that's all the fine liner that I need to do for this picture, because the rest of it I'm going to be just using the watercolour for outlining everything. So what I'm going to do now is leave that to dry really thoroughly, and when it has, after about, I'm going to give it probably half an hour to an hour just to be on the super duper safe side, and then I'm going to rub out the lines around the bears. If you'd like further artist tutorials, I have a variety of short courses that will help you. There are real-time sessions looking at painting, drawing and marker pens, among others. And if you're keen on producing your own book, there is a more in-depth course on what you need to know about self-publishing a book with illustrations. That covers making key decisions, how to make layouts and dummy books, rhythm and pacing, as well as several tutorials on illustrating a book and a look at the tech. You can either hop over to my website or join me on Patreon for more information. Go on, give it a go! I like it. I liked doing it, and I like the outcome. All good and positive. Watercolour has a mind and spirit all of its own, so it's best to let it have a bit of free rein, really. Let it do what it needs to do sometimes. If you try to completely control it, then the outcome will be kind of a bit lifeless. So my tip for watercolour is to go with the flow, pun intended. Next week is creeping ever closer to Christmas, so we'll be embarking on a Christmas-inspired illustration. You can draw along with me if you like. Until then, I'm off to find the nearest full moon and howl like a werewolf and scare the living bejigglers out of my neighbours. I will see you next week. Nanu nanu.